Hey everybody, Nelson, Alcoholic Addict. Again, that's not my real name. I use a pseudonym here at LOL Sober. I wanted to talk today. I was at a meeting recently where we read the April 21st selection from Daily Reflections. It's called Cultivating Faith. It's a really good reading because it talks a lot about practice in sobriety, that we have to practice. And when it comes to faith, for some people like me, faith doesn't just happen. I don't roll out of the bed spiritually fit in the morning, wanting to have a relationship with a higher power. I don't want to be unselfish. I don't want to tell the truth. My factory settings are pretty messed up. And so I have to practice. Every hour of every day, I need to practice. And I have found that the best indicator that I will do the right thing at 1 p.m. is if I did the right thing at noon and 11 a.m. and 10 a.m. If I've done the wrong thing or had the wrong thought process, been in a bad mood 5 times in a row, it just doesn't bode well for decision number 6. And at this point, I cannot rely on knowledge. I know what I'm supposed to do. I have to practice it and then show up and do it on game day. And the best analogy I can think of is like Tom Brady. He practices every day. He knows the plays. He knows the rules of football. He won a bunch of Super Bowls. He knows all of his teammates. He's probably played as many games as anybody in NFL history. But guess what? That dude still shows up and practices every day, because the best way to guarantee he's sharp for the following Sunday is that he was sharp at Friday's practice. And so, what I mean by that is recovery is a continual thing for me. I have to build momentum. I can't just have it. I just can't dial up sober behavior. I need to constantly be doing it. It's that idea that sobriety is like walking up a down escalator. I got to keep walking. I got to keep pace with my disease. And so I thought a lot about practice when I read that, and it got me thinking about my youngest daughter. She played soccer when she was 4 years old, and she loved it. They did one practice every week and then a game on the weekend, and she enjoyed it immensely. And she did okay, but I could tell she wished she did a little better in the games. And so when quarantine hit last year, one of the things she asked was like, "Hey, will you practice soccer with me? Can we play soccer in the backyard?" And it was just me and her. And then some of her sisters and then her mom played sometimes too. But her and I would go out every day. And we played constantly. And it was to the point where I basically didn't have to mow the grass. That's how much we were running around out there. And I was so much bigger and older that I could be checking emails on my phone, and I was still running circles around her at the beginning anyway. But she got better. She got better every single day. And by the end of the summer, she'd gotten really good. And when the season started, she got out there and she's scoring 5, 6, 7, 8 goals in a game. And it was a beautiful thing to see every weekend. I saw her chasing her dream, working really hard, and I was a part of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of sobriety, is to be part of it, not be out of control. I want to be in her story, but not like the star of her story, if that makes sense. And what I found, though, recently is that I have some practice to do around the idea of humility, because my head swells a little too much on game day. I think it's fine if I'm proud, but my ego, it gets wrapped up in like a not cool way. And so I really need to practice humility. And my higher power helps out, though. Recently she had a game where she was playing well, and I was walking around the sidelines cheering for her, not obnoxiously, but I was just motoring around, and I had that moment where I was just like thinking, like, boy, she's going to the World Cup, and I'm going to be dad of the year. She's going to be this superstar soccer player, and I'm standing in front of like 25 people, and I stumble over my own feet, and I did not go down the whole way. Like, I was not laying in a heap on the ground, but it was ugly enough that I kind of like started to jog, like to pretend that I was gonna start jogging anyway. And I mean, I just looked like a total buffoon out there. It was super embarrassing. I hope that the 25 people didn't see. I looked around, they all did see. They absolutely did see. So it was embarrassing, but it was a good reminder about humility. I wish it sometimes I wish it didn't take humiliation to get me into humility, but it does, and I'll take that. It's a lesson learned, So, hey, thanks for letting me share.